things in reverse is hard. We're not used to it. It's awkward. I mean, nobody goes around doing everything in reverse. I mean, sure, yeah, we've all played around with walking backwards when we were kids. You go a few feet, you run into something, you fall down, everybody laughs. But it's not the same thing when you're in a car. You go a few feet, you'll crash into something. You'll damage your car. Nobody laughs. That's why it is so important to learn how to properly drive your car in reverse and to practice it over and over and over again. Hello, Colleen.
Hi.
So, are you ready to grab that steering wheel, hit the gas, and drive off into the horizon?
Definitely.
Great. Horizon's that way.
What are you talking about?
Reverse. Today we're working on the whole driving backwards thing. Didn't you hear me monologuing out there?
I was listening to the radio.
Of course you were. Well, anyway, we're going to be practicing how to drive in reverse. It's pretty important, because you're going to need it for things like backing out of parking spaces and three-point turns.
What's a three-point turn?
We haven't covered that yet. Don't jump ahead. For now, just concentrate on getting the car to go that way. In most cars, reverse is your strongest gear, so you're going to want to use a light touch. This is no place for lead foots. Go slowly with your reverse. And if you're unaware of the reverse gear in the car you're driving, go even slower.
Okay.
Now, the first thing to remember with driving in reverse is to remember those space management techniques. Make sure that everything around your car is clear. Pay special attention to your left and your right mirrors. Check behind you. And make sure that it's clear on the sidewalk. Make sure there's no children or pedestrians that are going to walk out behind you. Hello! Not what the mirrors are for.
Sorry.
When you're going in reverse, even for a few feet, the mirrors are not going to be good enough. You're going to need to actually turn around and look. So what a lot of drivers do is they take their right hand off the steering wheel, brace themselves against the back of the passenger seat while they maneuver with their left hand. That way you can get your head around and look over your right shoulder while you steer with your left. Go ahead and give it a try.
Okay.
And make sure that you can see straight behind you. Look clear?
Yep.
Good. Bring your right hand back. We're going to shift into reverse. But before you do that, make sure you got your foot pressed firmly on the brake, or your car could suddenly jerk back.
Okay.
Now, because the reverse gear is so much stronger than your normal driving gears, you're not going to want to use the gas pedal. Instead, you're going to ride the brake and use that to control the vehicle. By slowly releasing the pressure of your foot on the brake, you can regulate how fast your car is going in reverse. Go ahead. Give it a try.
Okay. But I just barely took my foot off the brake.
See what I mean by the reverse gear being the strongest gear? You never want to take your foot completely off the brake. Otherwise, you're going to jerk the car around, like you just did.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You're still learning. You're going to need plenty of practice driving in reverse before you can do it smoothly. Okay, see that orange cone back there?
No.
See it now?
How did you do that?
I have mystical powers and a cheap special effects budget. Why don't you go ahead and see if you can reverse the car back to that cone?
Okay.
Not too bad. How do you think you did?
Well, I stopped right next to the cone, like you said.
Let's get out of the car and take a look.
But I thought I stopped right next to it.
It can be pretty difficult judging distances when you're driving in reverse. That's why you're going to need plenty of practice. You got to get comfortable with how much room you have behind your vehicle. Let's try it again, okay? Think you got a better idea of where to stop now? Okay, give it a try.
Okay. Mirrors, over the shoulder, brake, and shift. There, I should be right next to the... What? But I thought I was right next to it.
And there's the other common mistake that novice drivers tend to make when reversing. Always remember to press firmly on the brake when you're done reversing. Come to a complete stop before you turn around to face front.
Sorry.
It's a pretty common mistake. A lot of drivers will mentally decide, that's as far back as I need to go, before they turn around and brake. It's a bad habit to get into and can have some nasty results. Let me go check the damage. Poor little traffic cone. first traffic victim.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, better plastic than a person. Anyway, you can see why it's so important to practice driving in reverse. Nobody wants to be a serial traffic cone murderer.
Nope, not really.
Well, I don't want the trauma of squished plastic to get you down. So I think that's enough for today. But be sure to get plenty of practice driving in reverse, both going straight back and turning to the left and right. As you'll notice, it's very difficult to drive accurately while turning. So you're going to need plenty of practice in a parking lot like this with a parent or other licensed driver. So, promise me you're going to practice a lot?
Sure. So, can I listen to the car radio again?
Sure.